Endo, thanks for joining us. Joe Brown, the news announced today that he's signed for the club for 2024. How delighted are you to return Brownie for next season?
No, really pleased. I think he's been a pleasure to work with this year. I think he's done a tremendous job at playing in the fullback role for majority of this season, again through necessity. Look, from what I've seen of Joe, he's obviously predominantly been a winger for the club in the past. He had a couple of games for us on the wing this year, but we had to sort of move him into that fullback role. And the reason I moved him into that position is because I did see some things at pre-season that I thought potentially he can cover the ground well. He's decent under a high ball. He has got some decent skill about him as well, which we still obviously have to develop, but within his game. But no, I thought he had some attributes there that we could sort of work with and develop him into a fullback if we needed to. And obviously for the large part of 2023, he had to play in that position. But no, really, really pleased. He's a great person to have around the organisation. He's a great teammate, and I think again he's got his best years of rugby ahead of him. And once again, he's another player that is still fairly young, at 24 years of age, and I saw a lot of progression with him as a player and a person over the 12 months I've had with him. So really pleased to have secured his services for another season, and hopefully again seeing him progress further as a player on the field with us.
Do you think that experience of his year at fullback will help him? Obviously, presuming he goes back to the wing for 2024, do you think that experience of playing in another position will help his game moving into next year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what it does, it gives him a different understanding and perspective on how the game's played, because I think the fullback in the modern game now is such a pivotal role for any team. So I think he would have seen that side of the game, but then also for us as a team and as a squad, it certainly gives us a little bit more comfort knowing that. If we did lose our first choice fullback, then we know we've got a guy that can step up there and do a solid job and hold the fort for us should need be, because I thought he did a sterling job for us in 2023.